Let me tell you about ProHealthConnect.com. It's transforming healthcare payments, providing retailers a seamless process for over-the-counter and healthy benefit programs. By connecting retailers, health plans, and payment processors, ProHealth Connect creates one powerful, unified network. They empower independent grocers and pharmacies to accept health benefit cards without changing how they do business. With over 10,000 locations nationwide, helping more than 1.3 million people access the care and nutrition they need. Go to ProHealthConnect.com.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
I think it's working out very well. We're going to see. I can say this. Iran wants to make a deal. What I don't like about Iran is they'll talk to me with such great respect, and then they'll go on television. They'll say, we did not speak to the president. We did not. I just spoke to. We did not speak to the president. So they play games. But let me just tell you, they want to make a deal. And who wouldn't? When your military is totally gone, we could do anything we want to them. Who wouldn't? Please.
Welcome, my friends, to the Tuesday edition of Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour, fastest hour in American media. That was President Trump. There was an event at the White House today. Young athletes in attendance. The president is bringing back a fitness competition. He talked about that. In fact, we have that. Very quickly, you don't have to stop the music. Cut 8. And this is the event that was happening today at the White House.
From the late 1950s until 2013, grade schoolers across the country competed against each other in the presidential fitness test, but others. And then we had the Obama administration. Wonderful, wonderful person, Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? We had the Obama administration, which phased out this wonderful tradition of physical fitness. Thank you, Barack, very much. Great job. And we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. My administration's working very hard to defend America's cherished athletic traditions and pass our values of excellence and competitiveness to the next generation.
Now, not only was President Trump surrounded by young athletes, he was also in attendance was the retired golf professional Gary Player, who was at the White House event. Gary Player had some interesting words for President Trump, cut 9. And here is Gary Player.
Today, I've been around almost every president for the last 65 years. And I've never seen a president that loves this country as much. They all did, and they all did great works. But I've never seen a president that loves the country as much as you do. And I say thank you, because I've traveled more miles than any human being before without being repetitive. And I've never seen a country like this. The freedom that exists, which is so important to all of us. And you know, sport can change the world. It can give people a chance that don't have any hope. It can give them hope. As we've seen, many people with little education have become world champions. Only in America have you got that opportunity. And the other thing is, to Mr. Kennedy, who I have utmost respect for. You know, my great dream now, I'm finished with tournament golf. My great dream is for the youth of America. The youth of a nation are the trustees of posterity. These are the people that are going to be the future champions. And when I talk, I always talk about the importance of fitness. It's so important. Please, can we bring it back in the schools? And as Senator Kennedy has so aptly said, to eat properly. This is so important, what you put in your body. And the big thing that I wish, and I pray every day, and wherever I talk, and I do a lot of talking, I say to the young people, just love this country, because you don't realize what's going on around the world. Even the students of the great universities of America really don't understand what's happening around the world today. There is a silent war taking place against America today. And what we've got to do is make these kids realize that freedom and exercise and education, start reading some books. Yes, keep your phone, but also read some good books. And listen to what Mr. Kennedy has said. What you put in your body is so important. What a wonderful job he's done, and all your cabinet members, of which I say thank you for for maintaining this great word, this cherished word, freedom.
Thank you very much, Gary.
That was a pretty remarkable impromptu speech by Gary Player at the White House today, urging at this, bringing back the president's directive on physical fitness. So, other things in the news, and I want to just move to this very quickly. The president did talk about Iran. We will get to that in a moment, but he also talked about Republicans and the SAVE Act. It seems to have faded from the headline these days, but the president of the United States still very much concerned about the SAVE Act. Cut 4. This is Donald Trump talking about the Senate Republicans.
On the filibuster, Mr. President, you posted a lot about wanting to eliminate the filibuster. It hasn't happened. Are you disappointed in leadership?
Yeah, no, I'm disappointed. I like John a lot, but he has a couple of Republicans that are foolish people. A couple of them I like, a couple of them I can't stand, actually, if you want to know the truth. Although I am, according to CNN, 100% approval within the Republican Party. That's better than your record, Gary. I'm at 100% approval. Did you see the CNN poll? Nobody talks about it. CNN, I think the people that did that poll probably got fired within the Republican Party in MAGA, which is basically 100% of the party, I think, but 100%. No, I think that you're going to see some very interesting things. The filibuster, if you had it, we should have the Save America Act. We should have voter identification, voter ID. We should have proof of citizenship. We should have mail-in voting for the military and people that need it, but not for everybody. Because anytime you have mail-in voting, they're going to cheat. And they cheat like dogs. And they have to cheat. In all fairness to the Democrats, when you have men and women's sports, when you have open borders, when you have transgender mutilization, don't listen to this, kids, of your children, transgender mutilization of your children for everyone. When you have policies like that, you have to cheat. It's the only way they can win. And we shouldn't allow them to cheat. And we should terminate the filibuster, because if they get the chance, they'll do it in the first hour back.
Yeah, and he's right about that. They will do it in the first hour back. Now, Senator Mike Lee from Utah has posted something on social media about the filibuster and about the way that Senate Republicans, if you out here in this vast and ever-growing audience are in favor of getting rid of the filibuster, even if you're not, the talking filibuster to pass the SAVE Act has been widely discussed among the Republican base. And if you listen to Mike Lee's post, you'll get kind of a hint of the way that certain senators in the United States Senate, who are Republican, view you, the base of the party, the people that elect them. Cut 5. This is Senator Mike Lee from Utah discussing the way that the senators view your calls for a talking filibuster to pass the SAVE Act.
Over the last few months, tens of millions of Americans have jumped on the cause of supporting the Save America Act and using the talking filibuster to advance it. I regret that some in Washington tonight are dismissing all those who feel this way and who have weighed in as somehow paid influencers or the product of paid influencers. This is wrong. So if you're hearing this message and you agree with these objectives, please redouble your efforts. Make clear this is not the product of paid influencers. These are real Americans doing what Americans do best.
Absolutely. Now, before we head off to our first profit center, let us check in with the weekly rantings of Supplehead, of James Carville, a man who needs no description beyond saying it's James Carville. That would be cut 6. And this is James Carville's latest Trump hate diatribe.
I had a very interesting thing happen to me at the Kentucky Derby, and I want to share it. There's a lot of people dressed up, particularly women, get hats and they get dressed up, and it's much more diverse than you think. And I had a very elegant lady, absolutely lady. I mean, she was dignified and highly educated, at an MBA from Vanderbilt or something.
Vanderbilt.
And she says, James, our friends and I love it when you talk nasty about Trump. Just use all the
Nasty.
language
We like
you can.
nasty.
Because you know what? When I see his face, it reminds me of the backside of my husband's scrotum. Yeah, that's what it is. You look like the backside of a nutsack. That's what you are, Trump. No wonder Lindsey Graham's always trying to lick your face. But my point here is these people, and they were coming up to me, didn't matter, black women, white women, elegant women, everything that you can imagine. And almost to a person, they said, you keep calling him nasty names because that's what he deserves. And that's who he is, and that's what he deserves, and we're going to keep calling him. And your new name, dude, is Scrotum Face, because that's what you are, Scrotum Face.
That's James Carville, political strategist. This is the best their party could come up with. Very dignified lady. She said, you know, James Golden, Snerdly, fastest hour in American media right here.
The Marine Toys for Tots foster care program is bringing hope to children who need it most. Every 2 minutes, a child enters foster care, often with only a small bag of belongings. More than 400,000 children face trauma and uncertainty, many before age 8. This May, during Foster Care Awareness Month, Toys for Tots is creating Room for Joy. In 2025, nearly 375,000 children received comfort through toys, books, and essentials, reminding them they are not alone. Donate now and change a child's life.